Ever feel like your New Year's resolutions have a shorter lifespan than the snowman in the Sahara? Well, you're not alone. Today, we're going to explore a game-changing approach that might just revolutionize the way you achieve your dreams. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Damir, and I'm here to help you become more productive, earn money online, and improve your overall life. Speaking of improvement, did you know that 89% of viewers watching right now aren't subscribed? So if you're part of that 89%, hit that subscribe button. Now, let's dive into today's game changer, and it's called the 12-week goal system. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another goal-setting technique, really, but hang in there with me. This isn't about making grand resolutions or vague promises to yourself. It's about taking action and seeing real results in just 12 weeks. Let's be real for a second. How many times have you set a goal for the year only to find yourself in December wondering where the time went? And don't worry, it's not just you. Our brains just aren't wired for that kind of long-term planning. But 12 weeks, now that's something we can work with. It's like the Goldilocks of goal setting. Not too long, not too short, just right. So, why does 12 weeks work so well? And it's all about psychology. When we set a goal for a whole year, it feels distant. There's no urgency. We think, I've got plenty of time, and before we know it, months have passed with little to no progress. You know all those New Year's resolutions we all make? Well, turns out only about 8% of people actually achieve them. That's right, 92% of us are basically just participating in an annual ritual of disappointment. But here's the cool part. When people focus on shorter-term goals, their success rate skyrockets. We're talking about 90% of people seeing real improvements in their performance. The 12-week system taps into this by creating a sweet spot of urgency without being overwhelming. It's long enough to achieve something significant, but short enough to stay focused and motivated. Think about it like this. If I told you to lose 50 pounds in a year, you might think, okay, I'll start next month, or maybe the month after. But if I said, let's see how much progress you can make in 12 weeks, suddenly you're thinking about what you can do today, this week, to start moving towards that goal. It's actually like how college students suddenly become productivity machines right before finals. The deadline is close enough to feel real, but far enough to actually get something done. And let's be honest, we've all experienced that last-minute surge of motivation. The 12-week system is basically harnessing that power minus the caffeine-fueled all-nighters. Alright, let's break this down into actionable steps. The beauty of the 12-week system is its simplicity. Step number 1 is to choose your goal. Pick one significant goal. Just one, and this is crucial. We often try to change everything at once and end up changing nothing. Maybe it's launching the side business, learning a new language, or finally figuring out how to fold a fitted sheet. Whatever it is, make it specific and measurable. Step 2 is to break down your goal. Now, divide your 12 weeks into weekly milestones. If your goal is to write a book, maybe week 1 could be outlining, week 2 is writing the first chapter, and so on. The key is to make each week's task challenging but achievable. And now, step 3, and this is where the rubber meets the road, and that's daily actions. What can you do every day to move towards your weekly milestone? It might be writing 500 words, or doing a 30-minute workout, or making 3 sales calls. But the key here is consistency. You need to be consistent every single day. And the final step is to have weekly reviews. At the end of each week, take a moment to reflect. What worked? What didn't? And this isn't about beating yourself up. It's about learning and adjusting. Now, you might be thinking, does breaking goals down really make that much of a difference? Well, let me tell you something interesting. There was this study where they looked at people trying to achieve their goals. They found that folks who broke their goals into specific actionable steps were almost 50% more likely to actually achieve them. That's huge. And here's a little tip that might surprise you. Don't keep your goals to yourself. Apparently, people who write down their goals, share them with a friend, and send weekly updates are about a third more likely to succeed. It's like having your own little cheer squad keeping you accountable. So go ahead and spam your friends' inboxes with your goal updates. And now, here's where many people go wrong. They try to change everything at once. But the 12-week system is all about focus. By concentrating on one significant goal, you channel all your energy and attention into making it happen. Actually, you can look at it as sunlight. On a normal day, sunlight is warm and pleasant, but focus it through a magnifying glass and it becomes powerful enough to start a fire. Your effort and attention work the same way. And get this, when people try to multitask, their productivity can drop by almost half. So by zeroing in on one goal at a time, you're actually setting yourself up to be way more efficient. It's like the opposite of trying to pat your head and rub your belly at the same time. And this focus actually helps combat one of our biggest enemies, and that's decision fatigue. When you know exactly what you need to do each day to move towards your goal, you eliminate the mental energy wasting on deciding what to actually do. You just do it. It's like having a GPS for your goals. You don't have to think about which turn to take next. You just follow the direction. And of course, it's not all smooth sailing. You'll face obstacles. A lot of people say that lack of willpower is their biggest barrier to change. But here's the thing about willpower. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So think of those tough days as leg day for your brain. Interestingly, when people practice self-control in one area of their life, it tends to spill over into other areas too. So by sticking to your 12-week plan, you're not just achieving a goal, you're building mental strength that will help you in all areas of life. It's like getting a six-pack for your willpower, actually. And remember, progress isn't always linear. Some weeks you'll crush it, others you might barely move forward, and that's okay. On average, it takes about 2 months for new behavior to become automatic. So if you stick with your 12-week plan, you're not just achieving a goal, you're building a lasting habits. And one trick I found helpful is the never miss twice rule. If you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. It's totally okay. Just make sure you get back on the track the next day. It's not about being perfect, it's about consistency over time. Think of it like brushing your teeth. Missing one day won't give you cavities, but make it a habit and you're in a world of hurt. Now, here's something we often forget, and that's celebration. At the end of your 12 weeks, take the time to acknowledge what you've achieved. Even if you didn't fully reach your goal, I guarantee you'll be further along than when you started. You know what's funny? Celebrating your wins isn't just about feeling good, it's a strategy. It actually helps you stay motivated and keep making progress. Some researchers found that people who took time to savor their achievements were more likely to stick with their long-term goals. So treating yourself isn't just fun, it's strategic. And it could be a perfect excuse to buy the thing you've been eyeing for a long time. Now, this celebration serves two purposes. First, it reinforces the positive habits you've built. Second, it provides closure, allowing you to approach your next 12-week sprint with renewed energy and focus. So there you have it, the 12-week goal system. It's simple, but don't confuse simplicity with ease. This will challenge you, but I promise it's worth it. Here's what I want you to do. In the comments below, share one goal you want to achieve in the next 12 weeks. Be specific. And if you're up for it, keep us updated on your progress. And hey, if you haven't already, now's the perfect time to hit that subscribe button. And remember, in 12 weeks, you can make significant strides towards your dreams. And why not start today? Who knows, in 3 months, you might just surprise yourself with what you can achieve. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.